Wynndaholme. So what I thought we'd do today, we might go out exploring in a boat and see what we can find, because today I want to talk to you about the meta. Now, every good story starts with a meta, and I want to explain mine when it comes to Wynndaholme. And I thought that was a good place to start. So, first of all, there's obviously been quite a few changes around here since I was last here, especially since I left us over in the village and I said I was going to make a base over there. Well, I probably will at some point make a base over there. I have some intentions on it. But right now, I think I'm quite content with putting most of our base here, mainly because this is the spawn point. And I'm hoping I might be able to use this for the world spawn for some kind of, I don't know, iron farm or something. I've got to look into it a bit. I know in Java, if you put things at the world spawn, they have a tendency to grow faster, or they continue to grow when you're out and about in the world. And iron farms and stuff work really, really well. So I'm going to kind of trial that a little bit in Bedrock, maybe do a bit of research and see if we can get an iron farm going around here. I think what we're going to do to be able to build this world is we're going to need to have ourselves a whole lot of farms to be able to get the things we require. So yes, I've made a sheep pen. Baby sheep. Dang it. We've made a sheep pen and I'm trying to get some wool because my house here, I don't want it to be built on that cliff. In fact, I want to take that entire cliff you see right there, right down to flat ground. So I thought I'd make a giant tent, like a circus tent, because I'm a bit of a clown, and see if I can live in one of those. Kind of like I guess a nomad style tent. But anyway, I'm catching myself some sheep, putting them in here. I have a chicken, hopefully I'll get a second one at some point. And I've started a bit of a tree farm, as you can see, lots of trees. And I've also got a little bit of a wheat garden going here. And over here I've got a bit of an tree orchard, so I can get, there we go, I can collect apples. Now every so often the actual tree itself does actually perish. You get a couple of harvests before that happen, but then they end up doing this and popping. But to be quite honest, it's not that bad. They do drop seedlings, and you can also make the saplings out of apples. So if you look, there we go. So, and I have got stacks of apples, which I'll show you shortly. And the other thing I've done is I've moved the fireplace from outside my actual door because I kept walking into it and it got really frustrating. And over here I've started up a little bit of a berry farm. They do get eaten by the local wildlife, but they're pretty easy to replace, and I'll show you how many berries and stuff I'm actually making off these by harvesting them at least once a day. So let's jump in here real quick. I've expanded out a little bit and got a couple of chests. So here's our food chests. And this is all the amazing foods. And as you can see, I've collected a lot of apples and I'm collecting a lot of other fruits, which is very, very cool. And yeah, it's got some seeds for different things that I've found. And you'll notice I've also got all my books back. That's another story I'm going to explain to you in a second. But first of all, I want to get us some planks. Get a couple more. Because I think we are going to go for a journey on a boat. Right, so we've got ourselves a bit of a boat. Where's the sun at? Okay, we're about halfway through the day. Wicked. Alright, so so much to tell you guys. So yes, I've done a lot of work around the place in the meantime and got everything up and running. I also took on our lovely pillager outpost that's around the corner there. I went back. I think it took me another 3 full attempts of going in and not making it and having to respawn and return before I was able to get everything back that was in there. The cool thing was that although the mod pack for the let's have a quick look at that. Go into settings and I will quickly show you the mod pack. That one there, the Gravestone mod pack. Although we have issues with it and it is definitely clashing with something and I cannot get it to fix itself. I won't get an actual gravestone created and I don't get the coordinates of where my last gravestone is, and I also don't get the little key, I guess you'd call it, that unlocks the gravestone. So unfortunately the gravestone add-on doesn't work properly. However, it does keep all my stuff in a location, and if I die a second time there's 2 different locations, so I can go and retrieve my initial stuff as well. So this is what I discovered while I was taking on the friendly pillagers around the corner. There is now a whole lot of dirt inside the pillager tower because I had to close off rooms as I climbed up it to get to my stuff, and I think eventually I went underneath the floor of where I died and I actually broke out the floor, so there might be holes in the floor. So when I'm a little bit more geared up than what I currently am, I'm probably going to go back there and we're probably going to have a proper go at it and try and clean it up a little bit. But it was a lot of fun, but I got my stuff back and that was all that mattered. I really didn't want to have to rebuild those books, especially since some of that stuff can't be crafted. So I was kind of anxious to get that back. But I did, so that's really, really cool. I haven't done anything in the village. We'll look at that maybe later. I'm hoping to bring some of the villagers over here, like I said, so I can get a iron farm started, because as you know in Bedrock, well, you need them in Java as well, but in Bedrock you need about at least 10 villagers, if not the best is 20, to get a decent iron farm going. So hopefully I can get that done. And so now to the 2 new mod packs. So let's go back in there for a sec and let me show you the 2 new mod packs I have. So if you've been looking closely, you'll see I've added the storage drawers add-on. This is from Feed the Beast. Really, really excited about having that in the pack. So that's going to be really cool to look at. And the other one I've also added is a WARPSTONES add-on by MYTHICUS Studios. So we can create WARPSTONES around the world, which I think is going to be incredibly helpful. Let's go back inside and sleep because I do not want to be blown up by a creeper. Nighty night, nighty night. And there, I'm just going to go show you something with the WARPSTONES, because let's have a quick look. When I got the WARPSTONES add-on, I got all this stuff in here. So this is rain. So you get given a WARPSTONE wand, which I think, yeah, that's how you warp between various places. You get a warpstone core, which if you look into the crafting table, we'll flick that off and we go warp, you'll see you can actually craft warpstones, and you just need that warpstone core to craft it and various other bits and pieces depending on how you want it to look. And that's what's really cool. You can actually make your warpstones look really, really cool. You can have different color ones for different areas and they look amazing. They look very, very cool. You're given an initial warpstone, which we're going to set up here as our home warpstone, and a couple of guidebooks and an update book. So let's have a look at the guidebook. I'm just going to put these back in here and here. Quick look at the guidebook. It's pretty basic. Tells you what they are, that you can fast travel, tells you how to create them, how do you access them with the wand, and you can add more, but to do so you'll need to press the settings button inside the warpstone menu, and here you can purchase new warpstone slots, but you need XP, so that's really cool. As you would have seen, there's I think 5 in there. You can change icons, names of your warpstones, all sorts of stuff, and that's pretty much it. And the other guide that it came with was the update, which I think just explained, yeah, this is the one that explains how they've added 10 decorative warpstone blocks. They've also added an entity called the Warpling. This entity drops the warpstone core and has a chance to drop a random warpstone. And the other thing they've added is a warpstone selling wandering trader. Now I found that very, very cool because I'm hoping he's still around. He may not still be around. Basically, he looks like a trader, but he is dressed in black, which I think is really... Oh, there he is. And he normally has a couple of wolves. He's obviously lost the wolves, But as you can see, he's a warpstone trader, and it's just emeralds to get to buy a specific warpstone. And he has all of them and 4 emeralds to get 3 cores, which I think is incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's so cheap. So yeah, warpstones, and he spawns in so frequently. He's like a normal wandering trader. He's always around, probably never when you need him. So yeah, that's fantastic. Really, really cool addition to this particular game. So I'm really cool to add that in. And let's have a quick look at what other ones I did. What else did I? Oh, here's the storage one. And it's got this really cool book. As you know, Feed the Beast are always on the go with these things. So let's go to the next page. And it's got all the instructions on how you can craft these storage units. So at some point, not today, not in this episode, but I think we're going to do a storage-based episode. I'll get a bunch of wood and a bunch of the stuff we need, and we'll put together a big storage area that we can include in our world. That's really exciting, and I'm looking forward to that. And let's have a quick look. Oh, that's a furnace, not a crafting table. If we have a look at storage, what are they called? Drawers. There we go. There's the drawer controller, and there's all the different types of drawers you can get. So you can pretty much make drawers out of anything. We can blend them into walls, which I think is really, really cool. Ooh, copper drawers. That might be fun. So yeah, awesome. Very, very awesome. So that's one of the other add-ons I added. And what I also discovered, and I didn't know I had this, was a cookbook. This has got a whole lot of cooked items in it and a whole lot of different foods. So I can't remember if I mentioned this in the first episode, but I'll tell you what, we're definitely going to be doing 1 or 2 episodes based purely on all the different meats and vegetables and all the different food types that are in here, because this looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yep, I just wanted to make sure I covered that because I don't remember it. We've got this essentials note. This is from the essentials pack, which is the one that has that tree chopping thing in that stalls me, right? Basically, the keep inventory command doesn't work with this, so that's fine. And the other thing you're going to notice is if I have in my hand a blaze rod. Now I have turned cheats on. You see, you can't get achievements in a world with add-ons or with any special things in Bedrock. It's just not doable, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've accepted the fact that we're not going to be able to get achievements in this world, but because of that, I've allowed myself permission to turn cheats on to help my game just that little bit more. So one of the things I've done is I have put on here a mod pack called ReplayCraft, and you would have seen that right at the beginning. That very first scene I did is my very first time using ReplayCraft. It is supposed to be a Bedrock version of the replay mod, but it is obviously nowhere near as advanced as the guy who's working on it is just a single guy, and he's doing an amazing job. What I thought I would do is we'll just use the blaze rods. So to be able to use the ReplayCraft, actually I'll show you where it's set up first. So this isn't on, just so you're all aware, this is not a marketplace mod pack. It is an external mod pack. It's not technically approved by Microsoft. So I am taking my game into my hands in respect of including this as part of my games, but as part of my packs. But I'm prepared to do that. It comes under resource packs. And right down, is it resource pack? Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's a behavior pack. Yes, there it is. And it's by a guy named DarkBlock Gaming. Check him out. He is on YouTube. DarkBlock Gaming, give him all the credit. I'm going to have a link down in my description going forward with the ReplayCraft website that he puts it on. He asks specifically that you only download it from his website. Don't download it from any others, simply because I guess there's trust issues. He also obviously wants the credit for it, which is fair because he's done an amazing job and I absolutely love it. So part of that was the only way you can access his menu is through a blaze rod, and hence why I jumped into creative mode and grabbed myself a blaze rod. And you right click on it and it brings up this menu, which is very, very cool. And you've got position frames, you've got start stop cameras, settings, removing last frames, previewings, and removing all frames. This is his 1.5 version, I believe. And he's got, hey there, first and foremost. Whoa, that was lightning. I'm going to sleep. Nighty night. I'm afraid of lightning. Please tell me the lightning's gone away. I have no idea what that just hit. Do I want to find out? Oh, there's creepers. I saw that. Ooh, maybe it hit the llama. I got myself a... Yeah, there's a creeper there. Oh, I hope that didn't cause any fires. Dang, that was scary. Anyway, we seem to be good. I do have fire tick off, I think. Let's go back into our hole and be scared. I've got a lead now. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I can go with the other 3 leads I've got. Okay, so let's carry on with this. So this has just got a quick basic guide. It explains how ReplayCraft works and everything he's doing. I just watched a video from him to help me sort of get an understanding of how it works, and he's still working on it, so there's going to be other versions that come out and other updates that come out, and it's just going to hopefully get better and better and better. So if you're on Bedrock and you want to do some kind of replay work, this is definitely a real basic way of doing it. Like I said, my first scene was created in this. There is a few issues, I think, with how smooth it is. It seems to work really smooth for everyone else, but I couldn't get it to work smoothly for me. But I don't know if it's because I'm actually on a different and a newer version of Minecraft since he released this version. So it's very possible it's not quite geared up for 1.21 yet, which is absolutely fine. I will still use it because I've been asking for this for a long time. I'm so excited to have a replay style mod in Bedrock, and this is awesome. So that's why I have a blaze rod in my hand, and it is a very special blaze rod, and it is not going anywhere. It's going to sit in here and be a happy blaze rod. All right, so let's get on with what this episode was actually supposed to be about, because I've spent so much time rabbiting. We're supposed to be going on a journey. Oh, you haven't. Damn, I'd hope he despawned. We're supposed to be going on a journey across the ocean, because I was going to explore around the coastline a bit and see if there's anything cool that we could pick up or see. And I was going to explain what Wynndaholme was about. So my initial feelings when it came to building this world, where did it come from? Why did I have this? Oh, baby duckling, how cute. Why did I want to go ahead with this? What was basically in my head at the time. Basically, I've said that word too many times. I'm sorry. There's a deep hole there. My initial idea was I wanted to rebuild an ancient city, but I wanted to have a reason for rebuilding an ancient city. Basically, I came up with this concept after watching, I think, a few other people sort of talk about their concepts for doing cities. And the concept was helpful. The concept was that I wanted to rebuild the ancient city as a working, living city. I wanted to be able to have an entire village down there. I wanted to cart villages down into it. Oh my gosh, there's a duck in my boat. No, there's not anymore. I wanted to be able to take villages down there and have a building, thriving, growing city, basically, was my intention. But I wanted them to have a story too. And I needed to be able to fit in with that story as the person building this world or helping them recreate this world. So I called these people the Funglings, which is a name that's already been taken, so I won't be using it. But at the time, I called them the Funglings, and they were going to be a mushroom-based people who had been kicked out of the overworld or no longer wanted to work in the overworld or no wanted to live in the overworld because it was a horrible place for them, and they were always bullied by the other races that were around. This is cool. This is a big village. Okay, gotta remember this is here. And they wanted to live in peace and harmony. They were a peaceful race. So they hid underground and they found this ancient city. But the warden lived there, and they were very, very scared of the warden. And then this traveller came along one day and helped them by removing the warden and building up a wall around the ancient city and helping them rebuild their lives down below. The way you got up and down from the village to the top of the land, to the overworld, was via a ginormous mushroom. All the little houses that I was gonna build in the world, in the ancient city, were all gonna be based around mushrooms, and I was gonna look at changing the villagers' outfits to look like they had fungus growing on them and were mushroom based. And that was basically my lore and my city and my plan. And from then it's kind of progressed into what we're doing now, which is what I've called Wynndaholme. Now, the name Wynndaholme is a very personal one for me, and it actually comes from a story out of my childhood, and I'm not going to explain it. It kind of gives away a few details about me and my personal life that I'm not in a position to want to give away at this stage. So I thought, well, I actually need to sort of build the meta around here, because although my concept of building this village and everything inside a mountain, at the bottom of a mountain in an ancient village and everything was very, very cool and very awesome, it kind of didn't lend itself to an entire storyline or an entire world build. It was sort of a single point in check that out. It was a single point in a world, and I felt I was probably going to need more structure. It would probably work on a server somewhere, but it wouldn't work in my own world. And there's a city here, and there's an ice biome, and that is very cool because ice biomes are wickedly useful, especially for nether tunnels. So that I'm excited about. We need some copper so we can get a brush. Whoa, this is cool. Alright, so that is one wickedly cool portal, by the way. I'm in love with that design. That is hella cool. Alright. So, anyway, carry on with the meta for Wynndaholme. So I've decided, at that point I was like, okay, I need to come up with an overarching reason as to one, why I was this adventurer in the world, and what had happened to have caused the Funglings to go underground. So I started doing a little bit of research into world building and all that sort of stuff, and of course there's a lot out there because you've got D&D, Dungeon Master world building, you've got just general novel world building, and I've been really lucky because some of the communities I'm involved with for other YouTubers and Minecrafters, I've met a couple of writers who they've got published books and they're in the fantasy realm, so I can, or the scientific realms, science fiction fantasy realm, so I've been able to use them to sort of jump ideas off and get understanding of how you go about world building. through all that, I found a program, and I know this is not an advertisement, guys, so don't feel like you have to use it, and I'm not affiliated to them in any way, shape or form, and I use the free version at this point in time. I found a program called World Anvil, and it's at worldanvil.com, and I'll put the link down below so you guys can go and check it out for yourselves as well. And I'm using it to kind of just get a base, because it's very much designed for world building for D&D and for novels and things like that. It's not really designed for world building for Minecraft. I don't think there's anything out there that's truly designed for world building in Minecraft, which is fine. I have no problems with that. We will work with it. That is a weird structure down there. Is it a boat? I don't like that it's so deep underwater. It kind of scares me. This ice biome is huge though. Yeah, it is a boat. I can see the 3 masts. Oh, I wanted boats, I wanted treasure chests, but I'm not prepared to go that deep underwater for it just yet. I don't feel I have enough stuffs on me. Alright, we'll have to remember it's out here though. And it's getting dark, which makes everything so much worse. But we're just going to float around in the ocean. Where is it down there? Yeah, that's just too far down for my liking. A little bit closer to the surface, I would definitely consider it. And the dolphins are around, so there's something of interest around nearby, so that's pretty cool. Interesting, I haven't found a underwater temple yet, but that's okay. I'm sure there's one around. It's probably one underneath the ice biome somewhere. That's where they seem to hide. So to carry on with my story, I'm using World Anvil to help me build everything and to sort of just accumulate my ideas, put them in one place, one location. I'll probably transfer a lot of this information across into my Notion book at some point, which is fun. So when you're in there and doing this, they give you the option to write up your meta about your world, and they ask you a bunch of questions to help you kind of get your frame of mind into the right place to build the weather. So, to build your world, sorry. So here we go. This was my answers, and this is what I've written up so far. And please feel free to write down in the comment if you come up with some ideas that you think I could add into this. It is not set in stone, and the meta can always change. There's no fixed anything when it comes to this sort of thing. You can definitely change your meta as you go, as ideas pop into your head, and I've already had new ideas since I wrote this. So that is weird that there is lava in the ice. Weird? Am I right there? Is that weird? Very. Oh, another portal. Cool, man. So, first of all, my scope. The scope of Wynndaholme. And the motivation behind... The first question under there is, what's your motivation behind building Wynndaholme? Why do I want to build Wynndaholme? Well, my idea was, I have a bit of a fascination with quest-based worlds. You'll see I'm obviously a bit of a fan of modded Minecraft. I like story. I like grinding a little bit. And I like the idea of building quests and having to complete certain things to get other things unlocked. I love that concept. So my motivation behind building Wynndaholme is to be built in an adventure style, almost quest-based world, probably a quest-based world by the end of it. And it is being designed to be a world that I use to actually learn how to build worlds and create a quest-style world in Minecraft. So that's pretty much my motivation behind building this. What's the goal of my project? I want to be able to use this world to base a fan story on, whether it's yours, mine, somebody else's, I'm not worried, but I want to use this world to base a story on. And I want to eventually be able to create that story into a quest-based adventure within Minecraft that other people can come and enjoy and play. And what's my Wynndaholme's unique selling point? Well, the unique selling point for me is that the world is built around multiple nationalities and races. They are all generally pretty peace-loving. but they've been separated by a big upheaval, and the main character will be required to do certain quests to help the races learn to trust each other again. So I've had a lot of thinking about what that's potentially going to entail. And there's a little bit of I'm kind of leaning towards a different aspect in terms of its unique selling point around that quest base stuff. Like, do I get them to learn to, like, do I do the quest based on having to do things to let them to trust each other, or do I do the quest to be able to go and get an item, and once all the items are together it creates this big thing? That's a little bit more like it. If I die, I die. Especially since I'm using stone. Let's see if I can get into this. I didn't come very prepared, did I? Oh, I think this is going to be one of those ones that has nothing in it, right? Oh, there's a room underneath. Is there a room underneath? I don't know much about boats, I have to be honest. Yep, there is. That's what I want. Paper's good. Terrified of drowned, yes. Freely admit I'm terrified of drowned. Alright, let's have a look. We've got ourselves our first treasure map. Fantastic. Okay. So right now I'm completely facing the opposite direction. So that direction. Yes. I suspect it might be around the corner here. Oh, there's so many mobs. Ah! Oh my goodness, this is gonna take a while. I'm just gonna have to get out. Alright, where's the map? It's this way. I want my boat. I definitely want my boat. Where's my boat? Wait. Oh my gosh, I've gotten lost already. Where's my boat? Did I pick it up? Oh, I didn't pick it up. What is with this game? Oh, there we go. Man. I hate that about wood. I wish it would just pop on the front top and be done with it. Let's go take out this guy because he can come and drown. I'm not that stressed. Oh, I wish I had something better than a stone sword. Anyway, this is a cool piece of land though, gotta admit. Oh, there's a skelly in the water. That's not going to do me any good. Oh, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. That was scary. Alright, what do we got over here? It'd be cool if I find a treasure chest straight away. I'll be stoked. Treasure map. Let's have a look. Where are you? This way. Let's do things properly. There we go. Boy, why does it look like it's going to be out in the middle? No. It really does look like it's going to be out in the middle of the ocean, right? I'm not mad thinking that, do I? Am I? Well, maybe not. Let's go. Let's head this way. Let's head this way. Okay, so my scope of my project, as I've said, the motivation, the goal, and the unique selling point. Again, these things can all change. I'm not particularly stressed if they do change, honestly. It'll probably be a good thing. And obviously, yeah, we're going to build on it over time. But, so the next questions I ask are around the theme of, and I think that's as far as I've got for so far, so that's probably plenty long enough, the theme of Wynndaholme. So the theme for me for Wynndaholme, I did not mean to press that. The theme for me for Wynndaholme is, the genre is fantasy, medieval style, limited technology. I want to keep it pretty basic and primitive with just sword fighting and that sort of stuff. There's no magic involved. None of that sort of stuff involved. My reader experience, if I was writing this as a book, would simply be that I want my world to feel really beautiful. I want it to be full of amazing scenery, and I want it to be a place that feels incredible to travel through and adventure in. But there will be areas of danger and mystery, so something to sort of keep you on your toes and keep you aware that things aren't perfect. The tone of the story will be that it's not a dark tone, but it's not a light tone, so somewhere sort of in that middle, where it is probably leaning towards a more lighter, beautiful tone, where it's a relatively pleasant place to live, but there's a slight undertone of fear or terror or kind of something deeper and bigger is going on. My recurring themes for within Wynndaholme are going to be that everything is peaceful, but there's an underlying fear. There's going to always be that kind of feel of hum of bees, bird singings, particle effects, all that sort of stuff when walking through locations, and maybe in the odd foreboding building like a real dark, deep church or a scary house or something that's always ignored by the locals in every village and settlement, but as you as an outsider, as you walk through and see it, go, whoa, hang on, what's this about? It always leaves you with questions. That's the idea of that. The main character is going to be a player, and they're going to be involved in the world through quests, which will lead them to being able to either unite the different races or create a sense of peace in the land, or help sort of deal with their underlying fear. And the idea is that the main character will be able to help each of the races to overcome the nemesis for that race. So that really is as far as I got with my meta. I didn't really get much further than that. I think it might be here. Ha ha ha! Yeah! Look at that! Beautiful! Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Iron, how to see, some awesome potions. Woo! Beautiful! Let's shove on some stuff. Probably we've got it. I know it's only chainmail, but I'm pretty happy. I got my first diamond. We've got some pretty wicked potions there. We're going to break. Oh, sorry, my Windows decided to play up. We're going to break the chest so we know we've been here. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. And there goes the shovel, but that's okay because we got what we came for. And I still told my story. So, the coolness of all that, and I'm going to do this. Oh, can I put that in my offhand? Oh, the one frustrating thing about about Bedrock. This is what we came for. This is what we wanted. I've got zombies on my tail. Hopefully they'll all die before they get here. They've all been hiding in the trees. I'm going to grab some of this wood because we don't have it back home. And it would be pretty cool. Ooh, who are they chasing? Wait, that's really cool. Oh, don't those wolves look scary. I ain't touching them. I'm friendly. I'm friendly. I'm friendly. Please don't attack me. There we go. Friendly wolves. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about how to build the meta. We're probably going to go in and finish the rest of it next episode. And I'll find something else for us to go and hunt down and find. In the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to see the next episode. Really looking forward to building up this world. And any suggestions, any ideas, music, anything like that, let me know down in the comments. Really happy to take on any suggestions and ideas you guys have got. All right, thanks guys. Take care everybody. Hope you have an awesome day, week, month, whatever. Hope you're great. See you later. Bye.